fires en route to the VA clinic for an 82-year-old male with acute exasperation.
Returning. That's Riverside Behavioral Home. That's Riverside 43 or pursuant subject behavioral home. That's on Monday. Down 65 en route to the VA.
65, you're en route to the VA clinic. Go ahead, I'm 60. 10-4. Our 10 is actually able to withdraw. There is an active not served order of protection.
Sure. Carolyn, if you are able to check, then we have a message in there about a different subject, or possibly a different subject from Riverside. Sure. Sure.
5-year status. 5-year status. R5, your status. Phone number, just dial 911 again.
Should do it back to them. I'm with her right now.
Separated 25, I have you returning.
She was speaking to her boyfriend on the phone. He says he's going to bring the car back. We're going to go to the Economy Inn and check to see if he's there.
Rogers, Robert Ocean David, George Edward Robert Sam versus Mandel, Mary Adam Nora David Edward Lincoln. No middle, 62175. 62175. Male.
CanCom 535, solid 543. These cleared expired. $540. Penny. Or
Then Osborne, your status.
that's for the roadway clear. It's not official. There's 70.
T12 checking your status. K21, your status. 7-4.
Word 7-4. X-55.
385 South Roosevelt, Kankakee.
Provided you could show me penny. 7-4.
Mike 43 will be 10-8 with the warning. I'm off shift. Have a good night.
Hey, I've been bored and I need video ideas, so if you have any video ideas, please leave it in the comments. Hey, I've been bored and I need video ideas, so if you have any video ideas, please leave it in the comments. Hey, I've been bored.
Thanks for the promotion.
55, check the status. Edward.
All the media outlet has silence under them. All police stations have tunnels. All the media outlet has silence under them. All police stations have tunnels.
Active service, hopefully that's 2, I issue 1 speech driver, with 1050 ROF, active service.
Oh, nice. Just using the creation button.
Attach a dash report reference a civil issue involving a dog. 185 Chris Ford, Mantino.
Okay, consider for now, it's on the drill, and I was talking to her.
What? Oh. Time's running out.
$65 cents for.
Cover.
Yeah, give me 6 waiting for me, I called this morning.
655.
Partnered with Amazon to bring you a
Donate,
affordable
pay for service.
service with 10% credit back to your.
10-4, 75.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dory Hill. Thank you for joining me. How are you guys all doing? I am excited to report more information regarding Georgia and that very historical evening that took place last year with the mother-daughter duo plus that other gentleman there. So let me get you some very, very much needed details regarding this matter. The article that I'm reading from is linked down below if you'd like to check it out for yourself. Alrighty. Oh, goodness me.
X12 camp.
Contest worker Ralph Jones is now caught double counting.
Took a missed 911. So with us, Robert
Farm
Patton
Center on that contest.
156 Northwest Avenue in Bondfield. State it was accidental pocket dog.
This just gets more and more complicated. Maybe complicated isn't the right word, but more stuff is coming out. How
East Willow Apartments, 147
a new report confirms Fulton County contest worker was not only working as an operative double counting stacks of papers in Atlanta, but there's also an official named Ralph Jones who was also the person who sent home all of
Disregard space,
the
disregard space.
evening's observers. And his crew, including mother and daughter duo, went to work on that night.
Can you come up with 34?
It was released that an
That was
explosive
34.
report on Thursday night exposing
That was-
major discrepancies in the Fulton County, Georgia 2020 contest. A hand-picked contractor in the State Farm Arena, Carter Jones Strategies, wrote a 29-page memo back in November outlining these news and the failures and mismanagement that he witnessed in the area's contest centers. Okay, so in the 29-page report, Jones tells of 2 more instances where the contest officials were double scanning papers late at night after the contest observers and news media were sent home. All right, in the statement, it says just before 11:30 p.m., Jones notes confusion, this is in quotes, that's why I'm doing this, confusion about whether or not they're still scanning at State Farm reports. All right, Jones later arrives at the State Farm Arena just before midnight and finds that, in quotes again, staff are still scanning on all 5 scanners after it's been sent home. Okay, so we know most of these details, all right? I'm just going over this again because more realization, more, not even observations, but it's just coming back to light, all right? People are talking about it. So that about 20 minutes later, Jones observes, in quotes once again, this is his statement, order is starting to break down. Ralph Newley rescanned some papers that had already been processed by the daughter. Okay, that was not the only instance in which Jones claims to have witnessed potential double scanning of papers. Observing counting on the second day after the contest, Jones wrote of a machine that had shut down because it was causing more problems than it was solving. Double feed the envelope and the paper, which leave even more duplicates. All right, you guys understand that? Okay, so then it was reported about the mother-daughter that were scanning stacks of papers up to 3 times over and over and over after the observers were sent home. Okay, and then our source caught mother in the purple shirt scanning the same stack of papers multiple times on that night. And now we have Ralph, who is also double.
Can't comment 55, 10-8, no service.
That worked.
Kroger by the customer service for a 29-year-old female asthma patient, difficulty breathing.
Early today.
Can't come. Ambulance 60, 10-4.
60.
Down 504 is out of service. Can't come ambulance 60s and out.
All right, ambulance 60, have you en route to Kroger?
Also, get the location to North Hollywood area. Can't come from 600.
800.
Can I get Superior change quarters?
Agent Superior?
Can't count 60, nothing.
$6,800, can't come.
For 6,800.
Superior took a pass. Tougher.
And Pino halfway. Meyer, no need for status. Walk through Meyer, no need for status.
10-4. Permanent Fire Show Mancino ambulance 72 en route. Change of quarters halfway.
X54.
1060, I just tapped the ambulance into the application.
X54, X12. You can disregard them. Just in case they need to just.
I just wasn't sure if I had them or not.
One 48, Cancom.
148.
911, 154 feet in the area of 1802 Northwest Avenue. Normal conversation in the background.
Ambulance 65 will be en route to Riverside.
Okay,
Okay, fine.
Focus on the case or the civil issue. You provided 43 for the second service.
Okay.
I think there are no issues.
Sorry, I'm just going to attach you a doc report reference DC by TX 335 South Chicago on St. Anne.
Welfare check. There'll be two houses to the north of family house. It should be a whiter gray house. There's approximately 4-year-old male black little child tapping on the window inside the house, and they state there's no one there. Yeah, over.
Okay, I'm 60 en route to Riverside.
Cedar Riverside.
Okay, now they just do. Wherever it is.
think I'm on 37.
And then
I'm gonna be on shift.
transfer.
Denver. Flight deck here, I'll be out. Thirty-six, 10-4.
Parked down the street with no plates at 429 Water Tower Road South.
That's 40 up 26. Tower. Canton 65, dead Riverside.
Transfer at Riverside.
Permanent fire show Mantino ambulance 72 at halfway point, Walmart.
Transfer ambulance 72.
Okay, I'm 543 on 10-8.
43, 10-4. Asking a turning point issue pipeline.
Ambulance 1, engine 6, 657 North Dearborn. Bad reactor to insulin. Engine 6, ambulance 1, 657 North Dearborn Avenue for a bad reaction to expired insulin. Time of page 1651, respond to city fire.
single corner out. This is Fulton North Dearborn. Engine 6 to disregard. 657 North Dearborn. Section route 657 North Dearborn. The ambulance one advised you get disregard ambulance when you disregard. Message received were available on orders. Next 12.
We don't have anybody on Ruthann yet.
Negative. Next 3.
For that subject, St. Anne, advised of obtain something of suspect.
Check on 60 is at Riverside.
10 for Riverside.
536. Just 43. The father just showed up at home. That 10-year-old and another child at home alone.
10-4. 543, you can't come.
Go ahead.
Blackout in front of Shoe Carnival. It should be a white Dodge Journey. It does have a 2-year-old in the vehicle.
This all take that.
535, 10-4.
3544, I'll take it for you.
10-4. Five, 36.
36.
South Harrison Avenue, spoke to Luis Alvarez. Said there's no longer an issue. There was an issue between his truck because and an owner confirmed no information.
This is Joshua. Middle and Mary. 12-8 of 80. 12-8 of 80. Give you 2 bikes.
Thinking of improperly parked vehicle, 1717 East Maple, the language barrier, something to do with the F-150 and a trailer parked on the property.
Nothing in house on them either. Let me look further. 10-4, go ahead with it.
12643380349.
Clear and revoke.
Okay, camera almost 10 on the page.
10-4, Robo.
X12 information. This information we paged Aroma out 2132 east and 1500 south for 87-year-old male, difficulty breathing.
Go ahead.
I'll be clear from the residence. Keep me on, and I'm going to make a DCFS notification.
Tower.
We're down today.
Email 51, I have you en route. 2132 east, 1500 south.
$51 from O2. Good.
You staff? None at this time.
ACOM 5602 en route.
Negative 5.5. I'll be clear. Well, so lockout still here different. I'm in Florida. Transfer. Jump.
Riverside, out of Bradley. Turnover for Kankakee City, Engine 5. This is private ambulance for an accident. Curtis and Bourbonus. Airbags were deployed. Engine 5, this is private ambulance. Riverside, turnover for Kankakee City. For an accident, Curtis and Bourbonus. Airbags were deployed. About 1700. Acknowledge response, City Fire.
ACOM ambulance 2. We'll be en route for Riverside. You can disregard Riverside ambulance.
For ambulance 2 will handle. 10 for Curtis and Bourbonus.
Go ahead.
1016, LaSalle and Broadway, male, female, male, white were at the bus stop arguing. They may have gotten on the bus. The male was wearing a gray shirt, white jeans. The female was wearing a dark blue shirt, black pants.
Yeah. 35 to be en route.
Urban A Fire, show me Tino ambulance 72 en route 773 Edgemere Drive.
Ambulance 72, I have you now. 773 Edgewood Drive.
Boy King 89782. Boy King 89782.
Come on, you can put it first.
954, 10-8, no service. Sure.
Okay, ambulance one, you're up there, Mary.
Eight, no service.
Tower.
One.
Attach the registered owner for that 28 I gave you. Wait, then I talk.
$51 on the scene.
In confirmation 5. There's no injuries here, called in by a third party. EMS not needed. Ambulance 2 is going to be available. 5 will be on scene for a little bit.
Okay, I'm around 12 from the other side.
Robert 12, you're at Riverside. 911 missed dial from a 911 only cell in the area of 975 West Park Drive. We spoke to the 1017. It was accidental. There's no history. There you have a broken phone.
There's no background service.
Over.
Five, 43, I'm 10-6.
Ambulance one drive, St. Mary. I-44 kickoff. But removal, discount tires, 2074 North Route 50. The female has been sitting in back of the building for days. Now she's causing issues, just causing a scene. They would like her removed.
Five, 43, I'm not assuming. place. That'll be 10-8.
Tower.
Pocket.
Urban 8 Fire, show Mantino ambulance 72 on scene, 773 Edgemere Drive.
10 forensic.
Down Broadway, LD, and they're just outside.
Tower. $25, go ahead.
B2 East. Discount on 6 North. 2 Charles and North. 60566. Charles North 60566. Black Hyundai. Elantra 4 doors.
Your status. Okay, 21, checking your status. 4.
Excellent.
Temporary excellent.
Plate 306-6669, D-Boy. 306-6669, D-Boy truck.
I'm 26, can't come. Had a missed dial, 911 at Starbucks. Spoke with the Naomi Patron. She's in the drive-thru, no history on the phone, no problem.
Simple unit is right.
10.
60 on over there.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, 11 10 I'll try to check it throughout the day.
Hey, guys.
Five's available.
4.
Any publicity, even bad publicity, is good. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
later.
Go ahead.
Walk through BP. I'll be 10-8.
Yeah.
3. Just rice mixes. All of them. I have to pick.
Canton 65 is back in district.
I'm sure they all be out on the press.
Definitely.
So, I think we start with a little bit of Madison, and then we go to Clear. We can go back and forth because you guys are doing an amazing job of informing humanity right now, and on a lot of different levels. Madison, the stuff that I've seen you share, it blows me away. Of course, Navy SEAL for 24 years and 11 years in the CIA, and the stuff is like most people that I don't know, and it's unbelievable. So we'll touch a little bit on that, but let's start so that people know where you're coming from. I know that unfortunately you were abused as a child by your father
Yeah,
to a certain point, and then you basically went into born industry, your abuse.
Yeah, well, 525 checking your status.
Kind of like, let's go into that a little bit.
No problem.
Because Clear's doing an amazing job, like going after these high level people that are involved in this child trafficking and so forth. We'll start with you, Madison. Good.
Sure. So, for the people that don't know, yes, I was abused from I believe 5 to what was 5 to about the age of 16. Then I moved out. A few years later, ended up in the porn industry. Now, I made a choice originally to get into the porn industry, and then I was trying to get out. I did it for a couple of months, and I freaked out on one of the sets. Like, it's just not normal for women to get paid for sex, or just not a normal thing. And so I was freaking out on one of the sets, and the producer was like, "You have to do this." I'm like crying, and my makeup was all worn out and everything. And he said, "I'm going to call Derek." And Derek Hayes of LA Direct Models was the one who called me. He was my porn agent at this point. He called Derek, and Derek knew every person in my life. Even people that I didn't care about, he knew them. And so he's like, "You're going to do this." So I'm crying. I said, "Sure, fine, I'll do this," because I didn't want anyone to get hurt. And, at 18, I always say this, you're legally an adult, but you're a child. You don't know much at it.
Canton 44.3 just now.
And so I said, "I'm going to get myself together." The producer said no. And then he said, "We're going to film this on gang rape." And so I got gang raped on camera. And then after that, so I was kind of living 2 different lives.
You can show us all clear with the complete. Are you guys still in need of change of quarters halfway?
Barber Church, the mega church in California.
Negative.
And I called the church, the church pastor, his name was Mike Fury, and I went and asked him.
Thank you for showing me
and I was
32
like,
returning in service.
And imagine at 18, like, you go and tell this pastor, I was just gang raped. It was not an easy thing to do, but I needed help. And so I asked him for help, and he
Canton 44.
basically sold me to Derek, or gave me to Derek. I don't know really how the transaction works with them, but
Got
I
another
know that in
message
the
person
porn
giving
industry,
outside. I'm
and I
gonna
say this a lot
fucking
when I
side
tell my
fucking
testimony or story, is when you first get into it, you have drivers that drive you from like one location to another location, just to make sure that you actually are getting to the porn set. There's a lot of girls in the industry, you're drinking a lot on drugs, just to get through the day. So the drivers drive you. When I was at this church in Orange County, the drivers walked in, and at the time I was traveling a lot, and so I had my passport on me, my driver's license, my social security. Like, no one told me you shouldn't carry that stuff around with you, like especially your passport and social security card. And so Derek had all of that information, and so then I was trafficked through the porn industry.
Pending call for a suspicious subject, TriStar, 19 St. Francis Drive. Caller advised the male subject just walked into their residence.
And I didn't know what that meant. The first privates that he sold me to was this big church pastor Mike Fury at the Rock Harbor Church, but they had after pollution service at a place called the Shark Club, and so it was through the Shark Club, and so got traffic through there. Mike Fury bought me. He's the first person that bought me in for me. Was it on camera or initially just?
Smith, first name is Jordan, Lincoln for a middle, 6/21/2001, 6/21/2001 mail.
So, we'll go some more things here, but, you know, I've spoken out against Tom. I can't say it's wrong to Tom H. George S.
12 Cam.
Huge people. My first interaction with Tom H was him punching me in the face. And it's like,
They're now advising that there's a 2-hour delay.
Next, 38, you can just.
So,
I'll take 5 Avenue North.
everyone, welcome back to my channel.
I'm just wondering if
I have another update for you guys regarding Georgia.
Yeah, 100.
More specifically on Steve Bragg.
Do we have Mantina again? We halfway for his quarter.
it's going to be returning for Riverside. You can disregard this, you know, see it's service and available.
Cancel.
Right, so I posted a video just before this
Take number 600.
regarding the mother-daughter love trial, all of that drama going on. I spoke a little bit about the
Take the next 54.
report that this investigator
next 54.
released.
And they wouldn't turn. I mean, that's part of
In Georgia keeps piling up.
You thought you took more?
Disregard. For a phone call, this occurred about 2 hours ago.
Custody documentation for 24% of their absentee papers on Thursday. 100 batches of
Still 65 staging.
maybe
Mohawk.
Georgia.
I'll take 5 staging on Mohawk.
Reported yesterday morning by Just the News that more than 100 batches of absentee papers, each containing approximately 100 or more papers, were assigned tracking numbers before being sent to one of the 5 absentee counting machines in Fulton County, but are not subsequently recorded in the handwritten logs showing which batches were scanned and counted, raising concerns that these papers may be missing. Right, it was also reported that more than 24 batches of absentee papers were identified as having been double scanned on the tally sheets. 5 sequential batches of absentee votes each appeared with the exact same count of 392 for B and 96 for D. Donald Trump. And 3 for, the libertarian. That was Joe Jorgensen.
Can't come fight for reality, 10-8-1-8
Statistical impossibility. Alright, many control sheets for absentee paper batches counted during the state's checking did not check a box indicating the paper came from a secure container, also raising the possibility that papers were stored insecurely or that multiple batches of papers were sealed in a single container. And finally, many thousands of absentee papers that have been properly accounted or suffered other serious problems. All right, so on Thursday night, John Sullivan tweeted this report from Just the News. Georgia investigators' notes reveals massive problems in Atlanta. The 29-page memo cites all of these things that I can't say, but we know what we're talking about, all right? This goes on and gets into a little bit more of the details that I already revealed in the video, or that I didn't review them, the details that I read from the 29-page paper that was revealing some of the discrepancies and calling out what happened that night between the mother-daughter plus Ralph.
Can't have maybe 51s and route to Riverside.
Now, right?
51-yard route to Riverside,
From
of course.
that trio. If you want to hear more of those details, go ahead and look at the video that I posted just before this, and you can learn a little bit more about that. But let me know your thoughts down below. What's
Okay,
going on,
1065
Brad?
on team with PD.
What's going to happen to Brad? What do you
10-4,
want,
have you on team?
Brad? We feel your Brad comments. All right. Take care, everyone. Let me know your thoughts. Please don't forget. I want to hear your opinions on this matter.
A19,
All right, take care. Talk to you all soon, and I'll be back with more updates as I hear them. Bye.
It's time to
Ambulance 65, PD's in room A19.
We've got new ownership with a new commitment to service. Toyota of Bourbonnais is now the home of the lifetime warranty. And we won't let price get in the way of making you a customer for life.
Abandoned, owns a tower location, so we have extensive history at 333 North Wildwood Avenue. We are attempting callback. They've called 911 twice now and disconnected.
Lifetime warranty.
That works.
Try our floors on your floor with Picture from Lumber Liquidators Flooring. Snap, swipe, save what you love. Only at loflooring.com.
Hey, likewise, and it's always an honor to have you. You're actually one of my favorites. I want to say,
That's an amazing guess. That's great. Thank you.
no, definitely. I want to say that, you're a former CIA and Marine, is that correct?
Kind of Marine, SEAL. So Navy SEAls, we're part of this. The Marines don't like to be said they're part of the Navy, but I like to throw that out there. But Navy SEAL, yeah.
Right. So, you've had 11 years of experience in the CIA, so I'm quite sure that you have contacts today that give you little
That's great.
ideas of what's really going on today. Have you had any type of information
that is very recent? When I say recent, I mean it could even be within the last week that you could share with us and the listeners.
Yeah, I actually do. It's, and that's a great question because I have been informed that, like I have been saying, that some of these three-letter agencies are basically being dissolved, and I got confirmation of that. There's a lot of things, missions, and so forth that are being canceled. There's a lot of organizations that were active that are basically being shut down. People are saying that everyone's kind of like in a daze as to what's going on. So it's definitely from my intuitions and from my contacts that we're seeing the dissolution of a lot of these intelligence agencies, and that's for a good reason, because they really control consciousness, as we know from a lot of the media types and so forth, and because there are contacts within these agencies. So they basically have shut a lot of stuff down, shut consciousness down, controlled consciousness. We're seeing from some social media sites, which are also often controlled by some of these agencies, that they have restricted a lot of free speech and so forth. So they're being shut down, like I've seen intuitively, and I've seen little pieces here and there, and that's being confirmed by people that I know that are on the inside.
Absolutely. So, at the time of the inauguration on January 2021, many of the truthers, were very disheartened by the event of the Biden inauguration. And when we were talking about Trump's return, it was almost as if we were doubting ourselves at one point, thinking, really, are we going crazy here? Or, we were doubting ourselves. But, things are coming to light now. Mike Lindell, Donald Trump himself, and many others, including Sidney Powell, are talking about Trump's return, Biden being removed, and how that the voting, the evidence is it cannot be altered, and it would be enough to restore the event on January the 20th or November the 3rd. I don't want to say the word because YouTube doesn't like it. So when this comes out, which Mike Lindell says this August, how do you believe the masses will know the truth, especially the American people, because they need to know constitutionally who their president is. Now, if mainstream media is constantly censoring that, and the only way you can get it is through alternative media, how is it going to get out there?
Well, it's getting out there. Like we're sharing it. We're sharing little pieces here and there. Alternative media, like you're talking about, is the real media now.
You start heading to 291 High Point Circle North. The 1017
For a very long
advises
time. And
the
it's
subject that
you know, they
lives
didn't-
at this address stole her dog. They're currently there to try and retrieve it. They're now arguing.
Edward. $6,800 from anyone 60. Go for 6,800. We're going for fuel.
County Ambulance 65 is station low continuing care.
No. I don't want missile, 100 College Drive. Katy Community College was doing a test of the 911 system. They confirmed all the information, no problem.
Back in Philippines.
Yeah, come on, give it a touch.
Take 143, I'm clear from the stairs right to the high point wall.
Tougher.
Take 139.
139.
There was nothing against any other person. It's the furniture in this room, there's no problem. People fireworks in it.
Good.
Target taking a call for rural countryside estates. Be like E. Edwards 9. E. Edwards 9. Call everybody that was removed.
Go for it.
I'll be back in service. I was able to see anybody disregard the stop sign.
Can't come show me in Tino ambulance 72 back in quarters.
72, I have you back and forth. 544 Bond.
I just cleared out of my business checker. You would change that to the one in Bourbonnais, as Riverstone Parkway.
I already fixed it.
10-4, thank you. Go ahead.
Lockout 258 North Evergreen Avenue, a GMC Sierra, white colors in the alley.
Switch. See, I'll be in service. No call to your returns. I'll take the log off.
That far.
11-4 direct for me.
11.
Can't go 382. My name to the roof when you're ready.
Go ahead with your first.
Last name Simpson, common spelling. First name Angela, Adam, Nora, George, Edward, Lincoln, Adam. Middle initial E. Edward. Date of birth 22580, 22580. Female.
A 13. Clear ballot. Go ahead with your next.
Next one is out of Florida. Last name Simmons, Sam, Ida, Mary, Mary, Ocean, Nora, Sam. First name Timothy, common spelling. Middle name Michael, common spelling. Date of birth 10/20/82, 10/20/82 male.
Cover.
Hey, Thomas, that's it.
In right down the countryside.
X12, can't go for information. Just information. Clearly advises us of a vehicle versus semi on the intersection of Route 1 and 12,000 North. Didn't fire out.
Yep. There's a grant park unit on. You haven't checked it, see if you need to.
So,
Super, thanks. Can't come next 12 will be in route 2.
$148. Date of birth 8/12/72.
X54 from 12. Are you up by Mantino where?
I'm at 17 and 40.
just start that way, in case they need it.
Hey, Ben.
Made contact with Amir early. He's one of the guests here at the small party. He advised it was a bucket dial, no problem, back at her. Attorney.
Tampa.
Income 55 on 1060. Yes. Income 55 on 23.
That works.
Go
ahead.
People check plate 313-0327. Call sign. Being service, yes, sir.
Okay. And Gribart, 118 will be on scene. Looks like we got some people out. We'll be on investigating. Yeah, for 118. Engine 115, I have in route.
Yes.
Take it 148.
48.
I'll be standing from here. Civil matters. ROS.
Cover.
Engine 1 sensor out.
Wheel up.
Take number for Engine 115 on.
Cover 115.
Cover.
Engine 110 from 115 to return. Take off from Rampart, Engine 115.
115.
This accident will be on both county sides. Features getting all refusals. Rampart units in service.
Cover. Will County side all Grand Park units returning.
We're 10-4 direct. We're close. Cover.
Traffic 54. North of 22 or keep going.
You can disregard if you want. I'm going to make a run out there.
I'll go out there with you.
139 Kickoff. We got another incoming disturbance call 333 North Wildwood Avenue. Incident. Now they're at Dunkin' Donuts. The offender's in the Chevy Equinox, banging on the 1017's window.
Do we know where it started? Vehicle. I think we'll pretty figure out something.
For information, they just backed their car into a pole in the drive-through. Living quarter. That's okay.
Okay, Romeo on 51 back in quarters.
Roma 51 your quarters.
Take off in the vehicle.
That's 10-4, unknown direction of travel. It's going to be a black Chevy Equinox. The female is still on scene. She's barefoot in the driveway, or the drive-through.
Never. And do we know who was involved in the 1050?
The male backed into the pole and took off.
I didn't see any Equinox going southbound.
Ever. Is actually going to be at the Gas and Wash Dunkin' Donuts.
One 139, still far off, still float up north.
Show me on foot at the depot.
I brought the depot.
Getting on 139.
Go
Do we know if the female was with the male before all of this?
Or he took off without her.
Never. You probably reclassified as a domestic then.
C4, 923. No.
516, 536. Clear for both.
This way.
Complaint that was on I-57, got off at the 318. Last week had eastbound towards 50. Should be a white Tahoe. Correction, should be a white pickup, possibly a Silverado. It's passing on the shoulder. Vehicle 289-9818. 289-9818.
The gas and wash. The male subject is back on scene.
In reference to the reckless driver, 20 returns to a 5088 North Pin Oak turn, 5088 North Pin Oak turn to a Kyle Liakowski. Wrong case. 3. Cover. Doesn't believe it to be fireworks. Go for it.
Okay, I'm Callaway, one of the
Come for Galloway. Hey, 10. The 1017 would like to meet at 160 South Oakdale.
139-23.
35.
Tax 35.
On shift Bonfield.
Double.
Baker 25579. Adam Baker 25579.
39,000.
Have
Take on Grand Park Engine 115, ambulance 118, command quarters.
Number 115 and 118.
Number 525, out of service.
5 to 4.
Okay, come 543. 10-6, 10-19.
0.
Good.
You got a pending disorderly conduct, 2755 Cooper Drive. Believe 1017 is upset. Neighbors are throwing dynamite at their house.
Yeah, get that early, that's all might be related. We'll check it out as well.
Okay, come 1110. Okay, come X12. X12. 23 is state notified. 10-4, they work. Thank you.
Can't come back with it.
540.
X55.
X55.
Going to be 10-8. There's a verbal argument between family members. Daughter's going to go stay at the trailer and on the next lot. Be 10-8.
Tower.
And Anthony Gray are arguing. All verbal at this point. Civil issue, they both stay here.
Can't go. Okay, well, man, I'll be on Cooper Drive.
2755.
Yeah, X12. X12. I'm going to switch over to X2. Cover.
Fight involving two people, 41 Denison Drive. It's a fist fight between two people, about 5 subjects standing there watching.
Everyone else.
From 10-0.
I'm 139 L1, my name.
We will also be out of service for our short term, doing minor repairs.
10-4. 139, go ahead.
Henry Ocean, Mary, Adam, Nora. First name's Wendy, county spelling. I'm Mary's middle, 10-4 of 80, 100480 female.
Continue 10-9.
Last name, Henry Ocean, Mary, Adam, Nora. First name is Wendy, William Edward Nora, David Young. I'm Mary's middle, 10-4 of 80, 100480 female.
Clear no records.
Edward. Pick up for you is like 47 Denison.
Before checking the complex here on foot, I don't see any remnants or any evidence of fireworks, but I'm still on foot checking.
Somewhere.
Spoke with the 17. She advises that it's juvenile with fireworks, firing them off in the area. We'll be around to 11 to check the area for the juvenile. Their teammates left from our own, but again, not for this. So for a couple of juveniles just came out of the damn house. You know what they were wearing? They like to be walking out through there. Male and female Northland. Don't go inside. Please 46, no further than the last rep.
346.
Yeah, I'm not looking at anything. Support there. Taking on 126, 1028. Charles Union 47365. What?
Cover 11.
Okay, so. Spoke with the 17 at Super Drive. She advised there's no damage to her window. She just wanted to see what other devices located. You can show myself in 11A back in her UPO.
Cover.
King of 143, 1 minute.
Go ahead.
Last name spelling Boy, Union, Robert, George, Robert, Edward, Sam. Kyle is the middle name. Correction, Kyle is the first name. People for the middle name. 625 and 84. 625 and 84, male white.
Clear on record.
Negative 1.3. Can you rerun that? The last name is Burgess. No R after the G, Meyer.
James 13.
UCL on the juveniles. All of the projects you've been at just go back to the top here. Okay, sir.
Clear. Clear and valid. Correction, K13 can come. Disorderly conduct not in progress, 1945 East Locust Street. It occurred 2 days ago. Hayward Booker tried to fight 1017 Aaron Bryant. I'm about to document it now.
Thanks, sir. I believe that 17 total 96 off. Okay.
$39.
There's no complaints. There's apparently a misunderstanding. We're going to be 10-8.
Okay, Tom, Lincoln 16. Lincoln 16. On shift, juvenile home checks. Cover.
Okay, I'm 139.
Go ahead.
You can also change it back to disorderly conduct. There were 2 separate halves.
Fine.
Okay, 543 hours, 10-8.
So,
Okay, Mexico. Back 12. 1020 for the assistant. Cover.
13 on team.
13. Your status?
10-4. Okay, I'm 39.
139.
I'll be out the other unit.
Cover.
We're 10-4. Just doing community policing. Oh. 39, 10-8.
Okay, you can show ambulance 65 back in service.
Okay.
Oh, the interior still have the tractor fitting.
Ten 90 Gordon Electric North Entry Door, 1290 North Highway.
An alarm. An alarm at the courthouse, 450 East Court, showing the back door motion.
Okay, go explode.
X12.
I'll handle that.
Tower.
House, back door motion.
You need to clear 544 from that call?
That's what I just did.
There you go. Caleb, now you can show me how the courthouse.
A or 86 from K21.
What?
So when you check that back support.
Simple.
You responded to Ford Electric should be fault human. Get proper pass code.
Can't come sit with me. Secure room. You want to advise county if they still need to come out of it, come forward with something secure.
Paging fire out for suicidal subject armed with a knife, 4067 South Wheeler Road, apartment 132.
There's a county unit responding to the courthouse. City checked it. It appears to be secure.
Okay, can I explode 10-4 direct? Catch me to the Wheeler Road call.
Yeah, 11 show you back in service.
North.
Can you tell me head that way with you?
That's right. 38 should be headed that way here in a sec.
Subject is armed with a knife. They're not. I think she put the knife down and she's by the front door.
And John Robert 10, cover and stand.
Page.
Manual 71 en route.
Female 7110-4, they'll be by one of the pumps for no getting further.
Come show me a Tino ambulance 72 en route, 330 North Locust.
Female 72, I have you en route.
Jane found me, 7103 engine 75 en route. Chief.
7103 and 75, I have you en route. They advise that the subject is moving at this time.
Message received. Station 2 downgrade. Back 12, pending call. Good. Call out in TriStar by the pool area. It's going to be reference to a custody dispute. Halves are on scene. 54, can you head up over there?
10-4. Yeah.
10-4. You get 1060 with her.
About 36.
Adam 6, 411-8, you take my one. Can you check the other one also?
Double.
Simple, appreciate it.
What was your traffic?
$75 coming the north driveway.
Can't come kill with me.
Okay, Lebanon.
I'll be out with the people, Van Show and Walker.
CANCOM, show me a Tino ambulance 72 on scene, 330 North Locust.
72, I have you on scene.
72, stand by your vehicle. CANCOM, email 70s on scene, KTD.
7.
Five thirty seven 1023.
537, 10-4. CANCOM 5523. CANCOM 5528.
Go ahead.
Charles Mary 77084. CM 77084.
Ten word. CANCOM, Robert 1. 55, checking status. CANCOM 537 1 by name of Yobi.
Last name is Markle, Mary, Adam, Robert, King, Edward, Lincoln. First name is Deanna, David, Edward, Adam, Nora, Adam. Middle's on Lincoln, 9/11/1970, 9/11/1970. You know what?
Declare invalid.
Ambulance 71. Good.
So, Race, we're paging out fire for possible 10-7 at 13464 East 6 Mile Grove, Moments.
I'm at 54 and 23.
Short. Thank God, Moments right beside him, right?
For Robert 5, a heavy round.
I was well on the change to Moments.
I'm a Robert 12, a heavy on the change.
Ambulance 71's en route to Riverside.
371 in Rough Riverside.
CANCOM Lincoln 16.
Lincoln 16.
At 10557 North, Route 50, Mantino, number 8. Somebody's going to be transporting all other maintaining units are in service.
Tower 7103. Very far.
Tower.
Took the rental car earlier. He's now on scene and would not tell her where it is at. Room 208. K12, 10-4. 10-4. Robert 5, your subject's supposed to be in the yard. We're still trying to get further.
10-4. It's 23. 12. being secured for the ambulance. They're staged.
Robert 10.
Okay, ourselves and 12 are going to trade. They're going to go to St. Anne. We're going to take the 4th Street call.
Never. So 12 is replacing you, and you're going to go to the 4th Street.
That's correct.
Well, do you have any idea what this location is? My caller has a very heavy accent. But you may have problems trying to find this location.
Can't come from Robert 10.
Robert 10.
Is he talking about the 4th Street call?
Negative. He's talking about the one Robert 5's en route to at 6 Mile Grove.
Okay, very good.
And just for your 43, PD is on scene on the East 4th. The advice the resident is okay. Didn't know that she hit the alarm.
Good one.
Robert 5, I believe the caller's going to try to meet you somewhere. He's saying that the location where he is, he feels is going to be really difficult to find.
For Copart.
For A. Adam, East 6 Mile Grove Road. But he's saying something about it's in a wooded area, and he says the house is very secluded. 10-4.
$54 checking status. X12 checking status.
Yeah, come in, 4.
Go ahead.
Can you call the caller back and
We've called about 4 times. There's no answer each time. Stand by. I'll attempt again.
Okay, 11.
Okay.
Observed violation tonight.
10 more.
From 43 Mike, there for a push.
You're cool.
Tried calling the number back twice. There's voicemail and callback both times.
7.
Well, it might be Route 132. She's right down straight when you walk in. She's down that aisle.
Except I'm at the door now. There's nobody in the hallway there. And I don't hear any yelling from the. She might be sitting out front, but nobody wanted to talk to me when I was walking in the building.
Oh, complaint.
Yeah, connect. So, who's the name on the call? They did not give a name. We have history for Bianca Harris as the TX owner.
Robert 5, he's going to be doing a green Mini Cooper.
10-4, we make contact. We're following him back now. Take out Robert 5 on scene, no need.
Silver Robert 5.
Yeah, connect. No need for ambulance or any other personnel out here. She called. There was nobody with a knife. She just has a little water on the floor. I'm going to be clear here in just a second.
10-4, we'll return the ambulance.
Bob, you need us to continue? You can disregard. I'm worried about the 10-7 call. Can you guys float that way until I hear different?
Go ahead.
Ten four, Robert 1 will return and back in service.
X3843 ambulance just got on scene there.
System economy and your status. 10-4. 10-4.
Before 55, check the status.
What's up, for?
Still work.
Okay, come Robert 5.
Get the traffic line.
Okay, come Robert 5. This is going to be a 1079.
Picks up 100 South Sky. He's got another unit with him.
Somewhere.
10-8.
Fine.
I'm 536 sir.
abandoned in the area of Pharrell Gas. Oh, standby. We're just waiting for their.
Three 7271.
You meet with a Danielle Pena, 291 North Quincy. She stays with her friend's boyfriend threatened to come to the house there cause a problem while returning some items. He's on his way from Aurora Park.
Five 40, 10 4. 44, how's that work?
So, I just wanted to see, because Matthew McConaughey is running for governor here, and you had mentioned his name. Is there any more information that you can give us, or is that all you can say?
I'm about to fly to Texas myself and run for governor, and I will stand up, and I would love to battle that a-hole on stage because he is some of these actors that have been quiet and like really not out there, they're the biggest perpetrators, and that is Matthew McConaughey, 110%. And I say that they are going to come after the conservatives.
126.
Like Texas, there was a ban the Bible.
All units are clear. I can take the air.
And the fact
The economy and your status.
About 2-3 South.
So far. Yeah.
Kingcom Lincoln 16. 16. Yeah, 57 St. Francis and Bourbon.
What do you think about the DOJ's recent posturing
Wait,
towards
we
the
need
audit in Arizona? They kind of insinuating that they're going to step in if it doesn't just end soon. That's called damages. That's what I was just talking about. That's just damages. That's just damages. If you have an election that's verifiable and you have an election,
Race 1079 are out to the scene.
you don't get to the spot where the Department of Justice is starting to face. You don't get to the spot where millions and millions of people are disgruntled.
I'll rechecking status.
Audits and states are battling with municipalities. This is all part of the damage. But Ernie, you can speak to that in terms of that issue generally.
Yeah, I was going to say that's like civil
42.
war type territory. States' rights versus
federal
rights, and you could see a real constitutional crisis with the state of Arizona exercising its.
And this information, we also have a 911 only cell tower location was abandoned
The tower, 2150 East Maple. No history on the number.
to try to influence them. And it's really become a Civil War type issue. It's that serious. It's that threatening to the Constitution, both the federal Constitution and the state Constitution of Arizona.
There might be injuries on paging fire.
FBI agents or
Gloves and rough.
DEA agents or whatever the case may be surround and
Nelson and Maple.
residential home.
Station 4 exit with possible injuries. Nelson and Maple. Page 1900 respond on City Guard.
Seal off that auditorium and to seize everything in that auditorium. And from my understanding, they're contemplating. And anytime the federal government contemplates anything, they plan it and they strategy, even if they don't use the plan. So that tells me that they're planning it now, whether they're going to do it or not.
540, what was your traffic?
Federal government's
That's 28.
they're planning it just in case. Right now, how many people?
4705, Adam Boy 5, 4705.
I don't think they'll be bringing people in on horse trailers in Maricopa, but they're planning it, or he wouldn't have come out and said that.
Yeah, cambiamos to route Nelson.
Imagine that. That's the damages.
Yeah, we're going to route Nelson and Maple.
It's shocking to imagine the federal government stepping in to a degree like that. I mean, because you're right, it would be an overwhelming use of force.
With the 15th here.
The government of Arizona is now considering what they would do in response to that. I mean, I can imagine the Arizona National Guard,
There's an accident gas depot, 64 South River Avenue. There's a 1010 brewing. There's an irate lady yelling in the background.
Okay, so we're going to leave this call. Mr. Gas Depot and Maple and Nelson.
10-4.
Another over there. We're 10-4. Seems like everybody's kind of separating at this time.
Go ahead and roll a squad if you haven't already. There's a infant in one of those cars. Mom wants to get them checked out.
They're already en route.
Yeah, 11. I'll have 228.
Go ahead.
Charlestown 69348, CT 69348. 0619, CK 40619. Excellent. We providing this subject 1059 somewhere out St. Anne Woods. Being mileage is 260. 260. First call.
Go ahead. Nelson, command.
Attorney is an ROS. I'll add more than 10 yards later. You can tag him to the 6 mile roll call.
Yeah,
Hey, when you clear your business check there, I've got a subject of 1408 West Cap Circle, I think 1043, reference a rabbit or something in his garage.
There's thousands of settings of backup these claims. However, typical college supplements you'll find in stores usually don't work because they're filled with cheap or low quality collagen and sometimes harmful ingredients.
Can we get one more unit? We're getting the crowd now.
1 more unit, Nelson Maple. Number 13.
size 35 handcuff. Good. You can disregard on that. Apparently the rabbit is on its way. So, thank you.
Who would want to save the children? It's a campaign that's spreading through social media like wildfire, attracting followers from wine moms to wellness influencers. This cause is the gateway into a much larger world of conspiracy theories.
911 abandoned, 34 feet in the area of 1541 West Merchant Street. We got voicemail and callback. We have a history of missiles of 1541 West Merchant.
And how did the movement that began with a sick Joe end in a deadly riot at our nation's capital?
Here, you need history of both number. Go back down at this time.
For the 911 beta, there's a history of missiles as well as a removal and a 911 unknown.
We'll disregard for now, so further.
Go for it. Turkey.
So I'm a big fan of this show, not even show, but Chris James. He does prank phone calls. This time he is pranking somebody called Conspiracy of One Republic. So these are QAnoners. And he shoots up.
Right-wing extremism is a contested term. It can mean different things to different people.
What is a baby?
X-ray. Next, the ambulance that they sit down a long driveway. Make sure we're on the right spot.
What is the demon control baby eaters?
Here's an economy and your status.
No problem. Okay, so the teams are on duty, so heavy front end damage. Believe it's damage to the front passenger side tire.
We're advising no, please now. One duty self.
You say white like I gave you permission to say it. How about you go hang your non-American self?
Yep. Good.
Run just occurred on 6,000 West at about 2200 North. 6,000 West, about 2200 North. Caller by their vehicle is in a ditch.
10-4. Route from Bradley.
Anything 571, my name is Yobi.
First back on 911. Six. Can you reattach me to that call in Madison?
537, go ahead with it.
Last name is Harris, Henry, Adam, Robert, Ida, Sam. First name is Buff, Boy, Union, Charles, King, middle name Mary, 10-18-89, 10-18-89.
Text 3.
Still the corner. It's the first veer off to the left on that long drive.
Jacob? One of the 911 abandoned, we're confirming now, 1430 East River Street. We're speaking to a 5-year-old Bailey Williams. She's advising her mom has been out selling drugs and they haven't eaten in 3 days. The 1017 sounds much older than 5 years old.
Did the accident occur on 113?
We're trying to figure it out. Unknown at this time.
10-4.
Jacob X12. X12.
Gonna be out at 16, 549 East, 2000 South. Ending mileage is 266, 266.
That works.
Pretty bizarre exercises were going on last week on Capitol Hill. You're saying that it was some kind of
K11, K10. I believe the only one that didn't get told is the
access to
Avenger.
Blackhawks and Chinook from the military. So there's so much going on that you're seeing.
I had 2 pending calls. One for a mistile at the BBYSL field, baseball field. So with a B. Taylor, she advised it was accidental. They're at the baseball diamond 4. And another one in Pembroke for an unknown 911. It's all open line at this time. The area 3 south and 13,000 east.
Unless it was a robbery.
Right. Yeah, you know. And they always lend out multi-million-dollar army Blackhawks to the
The other thing that's interesting is his Air Force One is still in Miami, and the one that landed in Cornwall has the right colours on the plane.
Good.
Right colours. The actual number of
My partner is stating that she's insistent that it occurred on 113, and that's where she's at somewhere. So we transferred her over to state.
ask you a question. Why is Air Force One in
Go for it.
Miami and another one that looks like it's with a different code? The question is it CGI? Is it
Good.
a quick paint job? Or is it a
There's en route to the suburban aid correction. Kinky Terrace for background.
Guatemala. People have to realize there's something
Good
going
for
on in
everybody.
Guatemala that they're lying about. Again, color revolution. They want to oust that government.
Go back for the
But her plane was turned back, and then when she went to Guatemala, and then she went, but she wore the mask the whole
Who's the
time.
driver?
That plane was not was clearly not Air Force Two. Okay, it's just all kinds of optics that are failing, and people have to pay attention. But again, our media is in cahoots, so they have to. They don't ask questions. They ask what kind of
65 en route.
Yes.
is having.
Yeah, 65 is en route.
Yes, that's why you know that we are watching honestly, I am the most excited about the media keep going down. The crimes that these people have committed over the last 4 years are unbelievable. I don't know if you saw, but the president put out a list of like 10 lies that the media has told and got caught. And, some of them still repeat it again and again. And it's just amazing to me that we've watched the demise of these horrible people that have really, like Trump said in the very beginning, they're the enemy of the people. And we all thought, yeah, okay. But it's turned out they truly are the worst of the worst. It's amazing.
16 come.
What?
They have a pending custody dispute, 231 North Evergreen Avenue. There's a female coming to get the kids, and they have no custody agreement.
So,